What is the atom? This book explores matter all around us in a concise, simple manner. It is suitable for kids excited to learn about science. Author, Grace Lee. Illustrator, Grace Lee. Designer, Grace Lee. Everything is made of atoms. The basic building block for all matter in the universe is the atom. Atoms are extremely small and are the defining structure of elements. Atoms fit together with other atoms to make up matter. The term atom comes from the Greek word for indivisible, since it was once thought that the atoms were the smallest thing in the universe and could not be divided. The atom. The atom is made up of 3 particles: protons, which carry a positive charge, neutrons, which carry no electrical charge, and electrons, which carry a negative electrical charge. At the center of the atom, there are protons and neutrons. Collectively, the protons and neutrons are called the nucleus. Outside the nucleus, the electrons spin around in an orbit. A particular atom will have the same number of protons and electrons, and most atoms will have at least as many neutrons as protons. The proton. Between 1911 and 1919, a scientist named Rutherford discovered the proton in experiments, which is a positively charged particle in the nucleus of an atom. The proton is so light, just billionths of a billionth of a billionth of a kilogram, that it can't even be weighed by ordinary means. The specific unit of the mass of a proton is called an AMU. The neutron. In 1920, the neutron's existence was theorized by Rutherford and discovered in 1932 by a scientist named Chadwick. They recognized that within the nucleus of an atom, there are protons and neutrons. Neutrons are uncharged particles with a mass slightly larger than that of a proton. Nearly all of an atom's mass resides in the nucleus, in the neutrons and protons. The electron. British physicist J.J. Thomson discovered the electron in 1897. The electron is a negatively charged particle that spins around the outside of the nucleus, remaining attracted to the protons. The electrons are small compared to the protons and neutrons. According to the Jefferson Lab, the electrons are about 0.054% the size of neutrons. The electricity that powers many things is actually many electrons moving through wires or other conductors. Electrons are extremely lightweight and can exist in a cloud orbiting the nucleus. Elements. Atoms are the smallest particles that make up elements. Each element contains a different number of protons. For example, all hydrogen atoms have 1 proton, while all carbon atoms have 6 protons. Hydrogen and carbon are examples of elements, or different kinds of atoms. The number of protons in an atom determines the element, so that each element has its unique number of protons. The periodic table of elements lists all of the elements. The atom versus the element. What is the difference between elements and atoms? An element is a basic substance that can't be simplified, such as oxygen or hydrogen. Atoms are the basic units of matter and are the smallest amount of an element.